Okay guys, I am back, and I originally planned to have the journal bound before I came back, but I want to show you something so that, well, you know me, I show all my mistakes too, or at least I try to. So I was cooking dinner at the same time that I was kind of doing this stuff, and I was like, oh, I have a few minutes, I'm gonna run back. Well then, I forgot that I was frying noodles, and yeah, right about here I realized it, and then I went up and around. So it's not in line with that anymore. So I'm gonna fix that and make it less obvious. So as much as it breaks my heart to cut this stuff apart, I have decided to use this one. And sorry, right offhand, I can't remember who sent it. It was either Lori or Tuesday, I believe, or it could have even been the one that I got out of Lori at Grammy's Keepsakes shop. That sounds almost more familiar. All right, so we're going to glue this on here. And it kind of deters away from my little wobble here, and then this up here, there's not much I can do about it since it's paper, that sort of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down, and then we'll go ahead and bind everything. Oh, better make sure. Yeah, I was right. But anyways, what was I saying? We'll go ahead and bind it together, and you'll have to be bored with me doing that. Oh, no. Sorry, I bet you're probably hearing the TV in the background. Paul did make it home. Yay. Safe and sound. Not for a lack of the universe trying to make him late coming home. Poor guy. Okay, so with every trucking company, like big commercial ones, you know, they replace their semis, I won't say regularly, but, you know, every couple of years they get new fleets in. Well, Walmart got new fleets in locally, and these new trucks are just terrible. He was in a new truck, and last night when I was talking to him, he was saying that he smelled this weird smell. Like, I was like, well, what kind of smell? And he's like, well, it's kind of like sulfur. And I was like, well, that's not good. And I was like, well, you probably better sleep with the window open, because, you know, sulfur, and, you know, not knowing what that smell was, I didn't want him getting asphyxiated in the truck, right? Well, it turns out it was a battery. Yep. So I woke up this morning to a dead battery, and it took hours and hours and hours for Walmart to get anybody down there with him or for him. So they ended up bringing him a new truck and towing the other one back, because none of the, like, mobile like repair people were available, because it, you know, it's a holiday and there's trucks broke down everywhere, you know, that sort of thing. All right, so I am going to go ahead and bind this, and I am freehanding this. I am not clipping, which I'll probably end up regretting, but I've done it before and it's worked out okay, so we'll hope that it works out again today okay. Usually I make a template and everything, but I feel like I'm kind of in a hurry to get this bound, because I really, 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 really want to get to the decorating part of this one. I think it'll be really fun. I've got some really, last year I did a fun, oops, sorry, jostled you, a fun, butterfly journal. And so, with every project, you know, you always have extra of everything. So I've got some really fun things to use in it. Plus, I am bound and determined that I am going to use my Happy Mail. Like, I'm like, you gotta stop hoarding it, you know? Like, people sent you this stuff so that you could use it, goofball, so start using it. So yeah, that's one of my goals, which I'm sure you probably already heard, but since I'm filming this before I film the most current videos, isn't that so weird? I think it's weird. Yeah, so where was I? Oh yeah. So yeah, since I'm filming this for later in the month, I'm not quite sure how much I've told you, because one of the videos that I'm planning for a little bit later here is I'm going to walk you through what I'm doing to my day timer this year. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Because I bought, well, you already know this. Never mind. We're going to stop talking about it because you already know. You've already seen it. So, anyhow, let's just talk about the project. All right. Oh, goes the other way. All right, and then I'll flip through these pages really quick and show you which ones I used. I used primarily all of my own dyed papers because the kind of pockets I want to put in here, I want to use all of her design papers. And I'm just double checking before we go any further that it really does close up well. Oh yeah, check that out, guys. Plenty of room. Yeah, all right. Good to go. All right, we'll work on the cover after a bit. But these pockets are going to be, I want the graphics to show more than anything else. And I'm actually going to, oh, did I sew that in upside down? I just may have. Where is it? Come on, little half sheet. Oh, can you believe that? Oh well, we're gonna put something right there so you can't tell it's upside down. Yep, that's what we'll do. We'll put something right there. All right, guys. Always double check to make sure you have your signature right side up. Lesson for the day. You're welcome. Yeah. So I'm gonna plan a fabric flip in this one. There's going to be probably a belly band. And I think the pockets, like I was just saying, I've got a ton of these, so I think that's what we're going to use for our bases to make some sturdy pockets. And I am getting close. So I'm going to set this aside for a minute. I'm going to make basic pockets for the journal. And I don't mean like bad, I mean just basic so that I can decorate them. I don't want to say more easily, but kind of maybe, so that I can really show off the backgrounds on here. Oh, there it is. I was like, oh great, now where's the ruler? Okay. And some of these pockets are going to be more subdued than any of the other ones that I've made. Like I said, I really just want to, decorate more than I don't know. I don't want to say decorate more than I usually do, because that's not the case either, per se. And I'm still running on the same razor blade. So I do think that we're going to sew all of these. because I think for time's sake, we are going to be using Uhu. Okay. And, sorry, I've got to grab my round punch. I don't know where my smaller ones are. I mean, like I said, if I were to actually clean my room, you know, I might actually find them. Okay, so I guess too, we're just gonna make like loads of these little pockets. Maybe some side pockets. I'll show you kind of how I do those. Let's not do it on the book. It's really complicated. Actually, let me line it first. That's what I found when I was doing all those mass makings that you saw a couple of weeks ago. This is what I did. I should just be leaving this book somewhere close, but again, like most crafters, I've boxed myself in. Maybe it's time for me to call it a day, huh? Oh, that is funny. I know what it is. I took a break and I ate. Now all the sugar is rushing to my head. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this down too. I might have to shut that craft room door because I can like make out every word they're saying, so. Maybe in the next video. All right, so this is the complicated part I was telling you about. And I did before find that it was much easier doing these pockets, like these side tucks, really quick. When you, I'm going to throw a little bit more glue in through here just to keep it together. If you're using solid colors and not patterned paper, because then you are, you can put them on the page like this, or they can even go like this because they're about the width of your book, right? So yeah, now you have two pockets. Another way you can do it, if you want them like exactly the same for your other pages, is you can decorate or like put, before you put the papers on, I would do this and cut them beforehand. And then set them one this side and one like this, right? Okay. And then take, I'm showing you this more for like efficiency, especially if you had more than one journal you wanted to make. So I'm just going to take this as the template, right? And we might have to trim down just a little bit once we get it in there. But then you just take corner to corner again. I have a feeling I'm not. In frame. Yep. Wonder if that's what I was doing earlier. Going on top of my ruler. Okay, so then we have that side, and then you have this spare piece here for the next one. So we're going to go and split this one again. Okay, close enough. Boom and boom. So then you have some for the next one. Okay. All right, so let's glue those down. Like I said, I'm not going to do a huge glue job because I plan to sew all these. I just want to make sure they're good and stuck down. And I think I want this edge lined up more than the other ones. Whatever they're watching, I don't even know what they're watching, but whatever they're watching is making Grace giggle. Actually, now I think they're watching a video on Facebook, probably. So this video is kind of just like utility type. The bones of the operation type of thing, I guess, maybe is the word I'm looking for. So if you're not new and this is boring you, by all means, go ahead and go on. Of course, I don't want you to leave, but if you feel like you've got these kind of techniques down, then please don't feel like you have to stick around for this particular video. I probably shouldn't say that. That's not... Yeah, I don't want you to get bored and then leave me completely. But yeah, I just feel like sometimes if we've been doing this for a while, we forget that there's new kids starting. So, and then new kids might not know how to, not obviously make pockets maybe, but like mass produce these things. Okay. Okay, and then let's make a couple. Uh-oh. That's about the only ones I'm going to get, I think. I can get 2 more corners, but I don't want to do that right now. Well, we might be collaging pockets instead, which is still a-okay with me. I don't mind collaging at all. Because I've got all kinds of little bits, right? So maybe that's what we start doing, is using my little bits up. How crazy is that you can get almost 2 full journals out of like one printing of that Sundance? I just think that's phenomenal. I think that's definitely money well spent, you know? Then, let's see. I do have a couple more of the green pieces. Let's make a couple of green pockets. And, you know, we may not use all of these in this journal. We may not. I don't know. I mean, it kind of, you know, if it seems like it's too pocket heavy, then we'll just back off. And because it's not a huge journal to begin with, it's one signature, 20 pages, so that would be 20 times 4 would be 80, right? Right? Yeah. Yep, that's what it is. All right, so yeah, so it's just really, I mean, I guess it could be like a quarterly journal type thing, or maybe if you don't journal much, you know. Now, what I usually do with whatever book pages I'm using, I see which way I'm going to get the most out of it. See, if I were to tear this piece off, then I'd only get 2 pockets really. But if I tear it this direction, you know, I'm going to pretty much just tear it in half, mark my halfway mark, get it close. Okay. And so then we're closer. We're still going to have to rip off some. Oh, nope, we won't. Look at that. Almost perfect. All right. Oh, they're giggling. They are having a right old good time. Okay, so there's one pocket. Alright, let's get some more of these. Like I said, we might not use them all in this journal, but then we just have extra made up for later, right? Yep, just about perfect. I have to have Paul work on this punch too. I think I told you guys that he fixed a punch for me. The brilliant guy that he is. He had to take it all apart. But yeah, he did do that for me. Can you see that iPad in the back? I was just wondering if it... No, okay, you can't really see it. It's like keeps flashing. It's trying to tell me that, hey, you got... People are uploading on YouTube. Oh, yeah, we're collaging, right? Yes. Okay. And collage, I'm still going to sew, but I'm going to go ahead and art glitter glue it, I think. I just like that better. Ooh, look at that. There's a strip right there. I sure hope you guys like collage, because we're going to be doing a lot of it here. This one. That one. Got some bitty gals down in there. that's a cardstock. Well, apparently I don't have as many scraps as I thought I did. Okay. Let's see here. Let's ink the one side. I don't know, I should probably do more laying out, and sometimes I do, but you know what, in times like this where I'm just doing pockets and stuff, I'm not going to worry too much about exact placements as far as I don't know, what am I trying to say? Like I said before, this is kind of mosaic, so it's not, I don't feel like it needs it doesn't need like the music and stuff, because that's not what I'm going for in this journal. Like, I may add some later, but oh, I feel like such a klutz today. Like the klutziness is wearing off, or like carrying over into my crafting today. They must be doing something really weird out there, because it's like really quiet now. I probably better go see what those shenanigans are about. Interesting, huh? All right, let's do one more collage pocket, and then we will call it good for this video, I think. Sorry it wasn't like over exciting, but you know, sometimes you just like, you gotta show the bones of it too. So I think that would make a stellar top piece. Let's go. Right. Yep. And that one top piece. And then I think I'll see how long this particular one is. And then I might be splicing a couple together. But I'll go ahead and sign off on, tell you guys good night. And then I'll start the next video. But if it's short enough, then I'll just splice the two together like I've done in the past. It seems to work okay. Okay. Here's this piece. And I gotta tell you, I'm terribly curious to see what those two are up to in the living room. My mom's intuition is going, you better go, you better go, you better go. Oh, snap. Do you see that? One little spot. Yeah, all right, that goes good. Okay, I gotta get this little, that will drive me nuts. Little white kind of came through. There we go. All right, so actually, you know what? I will be coming back on this video because I'm gonna ink, or I'm gonna go sew, and then show you what they look like sewn. Or I guess that could be the next video. I don't know. I'm kind of just indecisive tonight. So, yep, I will see you guys after a bit. Talk to you soon. Bye.